list in Python. Today we will do list in Python. Before starting list, you must know what are sequences. What is a sequence in Python? Sequence is any number of items kept one after the other is called a sequence. Like I am keeping these boxes in a sequence one after the other. So this whole make a sequence. So what is a sequence finally? Sequence is an object that contains multiple items, means many items of data. This is called a sequence. Okay, these items are stored one after the other in an object. That's why it is called a sequence. So we know sequence in Python. Sequence in Python. There are list, we have list, tuples, dictionary, strings and sets. These are the 5 sequences available in Python. We will study one by one here. First of all, we'll study list. We will study list sequence. So a list is a collection of ordered sequence of values, or you can simply say it is a collection of different items in an ordered sequence or in an sequence. And lists are always written and closed in square brackets. So how to create a sequence? Suppose I am taking one variable L1. So here I have created an empty list. So L1 will represent an empty list, means L1 is a list but there is nothing in it. It is empty. Okay. So same way I am taking one variable L2 in which I am storing many values like a string, numbers, float numbers, decimal numbers, negative number, different type of items. So this is a long list or it is a list. Okay. L3. I am taking another variable. Now I am storing 4 items in it. See, 1 item, 2 item, 3rd item and the 4th item. So this is a nested list. You can also see that this is also a list. When this is a list, so this list is present within another list. So this is a nested list. What is this called? Nested list. Okay. So we have 3 type of list: empty list, a long list and nested list. I think it is clear now to you that there are 3 lists. empty list can be created, a long list can be created, and a nested list can also be created. Okay. Now we will learn how to create a list from a string. How to create a list. Creating a list from a string. As you know, list is also an English word. List means any sequence of items. So list is also one function in the Python. List एक special, there is a special keyword list. List एक special keyword है. If I use this list, so what it will do? It will divide this string, this computer string, into number of characters. So L4, if you will print L4, then output will be computer. So means computer word is broken into 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these 8 items will be stored in list L4 and output will be like this. So you can also say this list function has broken a string into 8 parts and those 8 parts are stored in L4. Okay. To check whether L4 is a list or not, you can use the function type L4. It will display that it is a list. It will display it is a list. The means L4 is a sequence named list. Okay. Don't confuse with this function list and the sequence. This is a function and list is a concept. List is a class. It is a type of object. Okay. Okay. So empty list can be created. We have learned earlier also like this. Or you can also create an empty list like using same list function but with empty brackets. Both will create an empty list. Okay. So empty list is this list is a function which is create a list, and these empty square brackets will also create an empty list. Now we'll learn how to create a list from an existing list. How to create a list from existing list. Suppose you have already a list, you want to create a new list using that list. So suppose I create this list with 5 numeric items. So thereafter I am creating one list L4 which is same as that of L3. Then L3 colon means I have not given the starting and ending position. So whole list of L3 will be copied into L4. So if you will print L3 or if you will print L4, the output will be same. They will give you same output because both are now same. L3 has been copied to L4. That's okay. So same way, if I don't want to copy the complete list, I just want to copy 2, 3, 4, only 3 items from the list. Then I will mention L3 1 4. 1 colon 4 means starting from 1 till 4. Okay. Now 4 is excluding here, as we do in range. It will give value from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same as range, here also colon last value is excluding. So output, if I print L5, output will be 2, 3, 4. Okay. There is another method to copy the one list to other. Like here you have copied the whole list into other list. So you can also write the same as L4 equal to L3. So here also L3 will be copied into L4. This is same as this. Okay. Now we'll learn how to access list elements. How to access list elements. List elements can be accessed using indexing. Suppose I have list 1 is a variable. This is a variable. I have 10 items. Okay, so if I want to access only 30, so I will write print list 1 2. What is 2? 2 is index position. Here 2 is index position. Index starts from 0 in every list. So index of 10 is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. Same way negative index also there. Like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. Okay. So you can access 30 using this function, this method, or you can also access 30 using minus index. So what will be the minus index here? -8, because -8 and 2 both refer to item 30. So negative index is always from right to left, and positive index are always from left to right. So you can access items of any list using index positions. If you will mention print list 1 10, so there is no item whose index position is 10, so it will give you an error. So it will give you an error. Okay, so this is clear. Next, how to traverse a list. How to traverse a list. Now traverses accessing each element of a list. We know we can get one element of a list through index position, but if you want to do something in whole list, you want to make something in whole list, you want to access the whole list, then what is the function? What is the method? So suppose I have a variable list 1 with 5 elements, and I want to sum all the items of list 1. So we know that for loops are used to access values in a sequence. Check the indentation also. I am taking one variable sum. So what will happen? I have stored 5 values in list 1. After that I have taken some variable as 0 for I in list 1. So what is the magic of for loop? It will pick one by one item from list 1 every in iteration. Initially list 1 में से 10 जाएगा I में, thereafter 20 will go in I, in third iteration 30 will go in I, fourth iteration 40 will go in I, fifth iteration 50 will go in I, and every time at every step in every iteration that I will be summed up into some variable. After the loop ends, after all the iterations are done, after all the elements of list 1 are exhausted, then control will come out of the loop, and after the loop I have written print statement. So output will be sum is 150. This will be the output. Okay. So same way we can use this list in many other ways. So I am telling you one more program. Now here I am picking all the elements of list 1 one by one, but now we will use index position of list 1 to traverse the list. Same I am doing now same program to sum the items of a list. So I am again taking variable list 2 in which I have stored 5 number items with different values. Now after storing all the values, again I am taking variable sum equal to 0 for I in. Now here I am picking the index position. Index position starts from 0, go up to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have written 5 because 5 is excluding. Sum equal to sum plus, now क्या सम करेंगे हम यहाँ पर? लिस्ट 2 ऑफ I, यानी लिस्ट 2 का इंडेक्स पोजिशन इनिशियली वो 0 आएगा, मीन्स 10. नेक्स्ट टाइम I will be 20, sorry, next time I will be 1, initially I will be 0, then I will be 1, then I will be 2, then 3, then 4. So in all the 5 iterations value of I will go from 0 till 4, and some variable will be having all the totaled value of list 2 elements. So thereafter we will display value of some variable. So I think it is clear. Okay, so one more program of like this. Suppose I want to I have a list in which it is written smart. I just want to display the elements of list 1 vertically on the screen. Vertically on the screen. There is one function len. It will find out the length of the list 1 for I in range 0, n. Length of list 1 is 5 and index position starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, n means start from 0, it will go up till 4. 5 is excluding. After that you have to display, what you want to display? You want to display list 1 of I. That's it. So output will be output will be, what will be the output? Output will be smart in vertical position. Smart. So I think it is clear to you now. Now next method of list in Python is comparing list. How you can compare list in Python? Comparing list. Suppose L1 has 10, 20, 30. L2 also has 10, 20, 30. L3 has 10, 20, 30. If I display print L1 equal to L2, so this is a relational operator, equality operator, comparison operator. So it will give you true. Both list items are equal. Now if I compare L1 with L3, now here items are different, so output will be false. So this way, using same relational operator, you can compare the list. So we'll do another table of comparing. Check this. What will be the result? Whether this list is less than this list or not, how you will check? So in Python, whenever you are comparing two lists, it checks element by element. So initially 1 will be compared with 4. 1 will be compared with 4. So it is true. So answer will be true. See, here number of elements are not compared. Here positional element is compared. First element of first list is compared with the first element of second list. Okay. Again, I am giving one more example. Now here, can you think of which list is greater? Of course, again this, because here 3 will be compared with 5 after 1 and 2. Now I am taking another example to make you more clear. Now here, what can you think of? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All three are equal. So fourth element is 4. Here it is 2. So output will be false. Taking last example, output will be true. And you know this time why it is true? Because 1 when compared with 0, so 1 is greater. So first list is greater than second. Okay, so now we will do some more operations on list. Operations with lists. Concatenation means if you want to, what do you want to concatenate? Means you want to join two strings. Concatenation. Okay, and we will do repetition if you want to repeat the items in a list. Membership testing if you want to compare whether this element belongs to a list or not. Slicing, doing parts of items in a list. You want to divide your list into 3 or 4 parts. So this is slicing. Indexing. You want to get few indexes from the list. So these all are 5 operations of a list. First of all, we'll see concatenation. Concatenation means to join two lists. If you want to join two lists, then we will use concatenation operation. Joining two lists is just we will use plus sign, which is mathematical operator. Plus means to add two numbers, like 2 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. But here instead of 2 and 3 numbers, we will join two lists. We will write L1 plus L2 suppose I have 3 elements in list 1 and another 3 elements in list 4. Now I want to make third list as combination of two lists. So thereafter, if I print L3, it will display what it will display. It will display 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so this is the function of concatenation. If you want to do like L1 plus 4, this will be wrong. You cannot add list to a number. You can add list to a list using concatenation operator. Okay, so next function is repetition. If you want to repeat the list, repetition is also called replication. Repetition is also called replication operation. If you want to repeat the list items, like suppose I have L1 is having 3 items 10 20 30, and if I want to repeat the items, I want to display the items twice, L1 into 2, so list items will be displayed twice. If you will write 3, then L1 will be displayed thrice. So output will be here. Okay, so this is the repetition. I think it is clear now. Next is membership testing. Membership testing means you want to check whether this item belongs to this list or not. Here we will use two operator, in, not in. Taking an example, suppose I have a list with 6 items and I want to print whether 7 in L, whether 7 is present in L1, so output will be true because 7 is present in the list. Same way, if I want to display whether 6 in L1, so it will display false because 6 is not present in the list. Same way, if I want to check whether F is not in the list, then output will be false because 5 is present in the list. So membership operator is used to test whether the item is present in the list or not. These all functions are used in programming. Next, membership operator. After membership operator, indexing. Indexing I have already discussed. Indexing is positive and negative as well. Positive is from 0 1 2 3 till the items are present in the list, and negative will start from right, like this. Okay, so this we have already discussed indexing, positive and negative indexing at the start of the list. Next is slicing. Slicing is extracting few items from the list. Like suppose L1 is having 10 20 30 40 50 60. So if you want to display, if you want to extract, if you want to display items from 1 to 4. So if I see the index, so 1 to 4 means from 20 till 4. 4 is excluding, so 20 to 40. So output will be 20, 30, 40. Okay. If I say, then output will be 1, then 3, then 6 is excluding, so we will include till 5, 20, 40, 60. Why we have left 30, 50? Because 2 means after every second position, मतलब एक एलिमेंट आपने बीच में छोड़ना है. ओके, I take another example of this save to make you more clear. Now here step is 3. By default step is 1. I have written step is 3. So 0, this element will be picked. After that this element will be picked. So output will be 10, 40. If I write L1 3 colon, it means all elements after third position, third index, 40, 50, 60. If I say this, it means all elements till fifth position. Fifth position is excluding, starting from 0th index. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 60 won't come. Okay. Next, if I write L1 of -1, you know -1 is the index of last element, so output will be 60. Same way, if I write L1 of -3 colon, starting from -3 till end, so you know -3 is the index of -2, -3, 40, 40, 50, 60. So now from the beginning till -2. So from the beginning is from 10 till 40, -2 will be excluding. So this was all slicing about. It is used whenever you want to extract items from a list. So next operation we will study is nested list. We have already discussed earlier also nested list. So I am taking one example. Suppose L1 has 4 elements. It means L1 is a nested list because it is containing items as a list also. It has one item which is list itself. So it is called nested list. Now next operation is copying list. If you want to copy one list to other, copying list. Suppose I have L1 with 1, 2, 3 elements, and if I write L2 equal to L1, so all elements will be copied from L1 to L2. So both will contain all the elements same. Okay. Next there are many built-in functions in Python, so we need to discuss that also one by one. So we will see what are those operations available in Python. Built-in functions means what is present when you install the Python. When you install the Python, there are many functions available in the Python which are ready-made. You will just use them without any other thought. Whenever you need them, just use them. Like in calculator, we have root function, log function, percentage function. In that you just need to press the button, they will do the task. So they are built-in functions. They are called built-in functions. And if you will calculate root manually by using a method, then means that is not built-in. There you have applied your logic to get the root of the function. So these all are the functions. We will discuss one by one. These are built-in functions. First of all, we'll discuss append. Append function, it adds an item to the end of the list. Suppose I have a list 1 2 3 and I want to append 4 at the end of list. I will write append 4. So if you want to add one item at the end of the list, then we will use append. Append means add at the end. Add at the end. Okay. Next is if you want to extend the list. Extend means if you want to add one list to the end of other list. Append is adding an element, adding an object. ठीक है, अगर आपने कोई चीज़ एट द एंड ऐड करनी है, ऑब्जेक्ट ऐड करना है, एलिमेंट ऐड करना है, देन वी यूज़ append for single addition. But if you want to combine, if you want to add one complete list to the end of other list, list 1 dot, suppose I have list 1 1 2 3, list 2 4 5 6, and I want to add this list to the end of this list. So how will I write? List 1 dot extend list 2. So list 2 elements will be added at the end of list 1. Don't be confused with concatenation operator. In concatenation operator, when you write list 1 plus list 2, so list 2 will be unchanged. list 2 में कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा, ठीक है. L3 में दोनों ऐड होके आएंगे, but here list 1 will be updated with the elements of list 2. So there is minor difference between extend, concatenation, append. So you need to take care what is the difference. That only thereafter only you can use them effectively. Next is insert. Insert is if you want to add an element in between any position in the list. Like I have list 1 2 3 4 5, okay, and you want to insert an element here. So how will you write? L1 dot insert. You have to tell the position where you want to insert. I want to insert at 3 position. What you want to insert? 7. So thereafter when I will display list 1, it will display what it will display? 1 2 3 7 4 5. Okay. To avoid confusion, I add 12 11 12 13 14 15. So I will add 17 at third position. Now third is 1 2 3, तो इस पोजीशन पे 17 आ जाएगा और 14 आगे शिफ्ट हो जाएगा. I think this is clear now. Okay. Insert function. Insert is whenever you add an element anywhere in the list. Reverse, as the name says, it is very simple. Reverse function, it will just reverse the list. Suppose I have element 1 2 3. If I fire L1 dot reverse, then list elements will be reversed. If you will print L1, output will be 3 2 1. Okay, so reverse is clear to you. Next is index. Many a time here in all the above programs we have used index to fetch an element from the list. So if you want to know the index of the element, suppose you have list with 100 items, if you have a list with 1000 items, if I say okay what is the index of that item, then you have to scan all the elements of a list, all the 1000 elements of a list. So index position is the method to find out the index of the element. Suppose if I write print L1 dot index 3, तो 3 का जो भी इंडेक्स होगा दैट विल बी रिटर्न्ड टू यू. टू मेक इट, सो इंडेक्स ऑफ 11 इज 0 1 2 3. इंडेक्स क्या है 13 का? 2. 2 विल बी रिटर्न्ड टू यू. Okay, if you want to find the index, then there is a function index. Okay, so you know lists are mutable. So till now we are making so many changes in the list, means it is mutable. Mutable means in which you can make changes. And string also, in strings we cannot make any changes, that why strings are called immutable. Okay. Okay, suppose I have a list and if I want to change 60 to 50, so this can be done by using index. I think it is clear to you now. Next is sort. Sort is a function that will suppose I have so many elements and if I fire L1 dot sort, so all the elements in the list will be sorted in dictionary order, and thereafter if you execute print statement to display elements, so you will see that all elements will be listed in a ascending order. So this is the function of sort. Next is clear. If you want to delete all the elements of a list, then a simple function L dot clear, it will make the list empty, all elements will be deleted. Next is count function. Count will count the number of times an item has appeared in the list. We take an example. Suppose I have a list L1 in which these are the elements, and if I want to find the occurrence of 5, how many times 5 have occurred in my list, so I will write L1 dot count 5. Output will be 2 because it has occurred twice in my list. Next we will see how to delete an element from the list. To perform this function, we have 3 functions. To perform this task, we have 3 functions. One is pop function, del function, remove function. Now it depends on your choice which function you want to use. So taking an example, now I am taking alphabets. Suppose I have 5 elements in my list. Okay, I want to remove D from the list. So how will I write? L1 dot pop, give the index. Index is 3. It will remove the element from the list, and thereafter if you will fire print, then it will output will be A, B, C, D. Sorry, D will be removed. It will be E. Okay, so pop will remove the element. Okay, and it returns the element as well. Like here, if I write x equal to, so it will display, it will store the element, removed element in x also. So pop, it delete and return the element also. ये डिलीट भी करता है, उसके बाद जिस एलिमेंट को इसने डिलीट किया है वो उसको लेफ्ट हैंड साइड अगर कोई वेरिएबल पड़ा है उसमें डालेगा भी ज़रूर. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द मेन पॉइंट ऑफ पॉप, दैट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पॉप एंड del. Basic difference. Okay, if I write L1 dot pop only, if I write L1 pop directly giving no index here, so it will remove the last element. अगर इसको कोई आप इंडेक्स नहीं बताओगे कि ये इस इंडेक्स वाला एलिमेंट डिलीट करो तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये लास्ट एलिमेंट डिलीट कर देगा. सो इन दिस केस इट विल रिमूव ई. इन दिस केस इट विल रिमूव ई. Okay, so these were the functions of pop. Next we will see of remove. And you know, if I write L1 dot pop -1, this will also remove the last element. So if you provide the index, or if you provide the index -1, and if you are not providing any index, then both will work same. It will remove both are same. Both will remove the last element from the list. Okay, I think it is clear. Now next is del statement. Del. This is also to remove the specified element from the list, but it removes the element but does not return. That is the basic difference between pop and del. Removes the element but does not return. Okay, like suppose I have a list with 4 elements. Now if I say here, earlier we used to write L1 dot pop, but take care, here L1 dot pop is not written, L1 dot del is not written. Del L1 and the index you want to give. Okay, so there is another difference. If I write 2, so which element it will delete? It will delete 30. Okay, so if I fire print L1, it will display 10, 20, 40. Okay, you can also provide the range to del function, which cannot be done in pop. This is the third difference. If I write L1 2, okay, here the list is little small, so I make it little big by adding more elements or by creating a new list. So if I am getting new list with 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and if I want to remove these 3 elements from the list in one go, I will use delete L2. I can provide the range from 1 index till 3. So I will write 4. Okay, because 4 is excluding. So if I will display print L2, thereafter output will be 6 and 14 only. So I think it is clear to you now, del and pop. These are very important functions. Rather, in class 12th or in any other Python programs, you will see that list is such a main important sequence which you will use everywhere. There is not a single program I have seen where list is not used. So list is such an important topic. Next is remove. Remove is the function to, of course, remove an element, but it uses element instead of index. Up pop में, del में you have provided the index na to deleted. Here we will use element instead of index. Example, suppose I have 4 elements and if I fire L1 dot remove okay, 30. So it will remove 30 and your list will be left with 3 elements. So this is the major difference. Okay. Functions, max and min functions in Python. Names simply explains that what are they doing. Max will display the maximum element, largest element from the list. Suppose if I have a 4 elements in the list and you want to get the largest element of the list. So max is the function. Here you will not write L dot max. You have to also take care that which method is to use with dot operator and which you need to use directly. Here max is in function which take list. So answer will be, output will be 40. Same if I write min function, min of L, minimum number in the list L. So it will display 10. So max and min function are always we normally use in the programs wherever we need to extract the largest and the least number from the list. So if you will execute these same functions with the strings or characters, so dictionary order is taken into consideration. So this ends your listing